Have you ever wondered what exactly a concealed weapons license is? A concealed weapons permit is a special license that allows the person to carry or hide a weapon on them. The requirements for the permit varies by state, but generally requires a minimum age, usually 21 years old, a safety course to be taken, and doesn't allow felons or the mentally unstable to receive them. Virginia requires you to be 21 years of age and take a safety class or online exam. The reason I bring this up is due to the fact that we as Americans have the right to bear arms. I'm going to explain why gun control will not help our country by talking about crime-deterring facts, criminal facts about gun obtaining, and logical facts about how banning guns doesn't make sense. There are many statistics that prove that guns are used more to deter crime than commit it. One major fact that I found in Armed Resistance to Crime by Gary Kleck shows that 75% of the time the defender would merely brandish his or her weapon, and that would deter the crime. Kleck also stated that only 11% of the time does the defender shoot the attacker and wound or kill them. I believe that if guns were taken away from us citizens altogether, we would have no chance of defending ourselves, which would ultimately raise the crime rate. I also found an article on a website called Freedom Outpost. The author of one particular article, Lori Anderson, provided a factual story about the city of Kennesaw, Georgia. Anderson states, on March 25, 1982, Kennesaw, Georgia signed an ordinance that all head of households were required to own and keep at least one firearm in their house, with some exceptions. The city's population grew from 5,000 in 1980 to 29,783 people as of 2009. The crime rate since the inception of this ordinance has almost become non-existent. This is another example of why us citizens should be allowed guns. Since every homeowner must have one weapon in their house, the criminals have since been deterred from crime there. It's all common sense in my eyes. Another reason gun control will not help reduce the crime rate is the fact that criminals are exactly what they're said to be, criminals. They break laws for a living with no remorse, so how could a law put into place that takes guns away from law-abiding citizens deter criminals with guns? They will get their hands on them regardless. An article written by Tulika Nair states, according to facts about gun control, almost 39% of the population of America has in recent years voted to ban guns and other firearms in the United States. The reason? The perceived view, that is, the lack of gun control that has resulted in the number of firearm-related deaths in the country. In fact, this is one of the most stated arguments for gun control. But the fact of the matter is that if gun control is put into place, there are more chances that law-abiding citizens will be victims. Gun control laws, to a large extent, can have no effect on criminals, as there will always be a thriving black market for trade of guns and firearms. I don't want anyone to think I'm just a gun extremist who believes guns should be easy to access. I don't agree with that at all. I 100% agree that background checks and permits and forms of all sorts should be completed in order to achieve a weapon. This helps to ensure that purchases made are going into the right hands, the law-abiding citizen. America was founded on the basic components of the Constitution, especially the Bill of Rights. The Second Amendment states that we have a right to bear arms, meaning not only can we own them, we should be allowed to bear them. I understand that not everyone should be entitled to them, an example, convicted felons, but why should those that obey the law suffer because of others? I found an article written by Selwyn Duke titled, What Everyone Forgets When Debating Gun Control. In this article, the author states, for the sake of argument, let's accept the supposition that outlawing firearms would save lives. Does it logically follow from this that guns should be restricted or banned? Well, it would certainly save lives and countless injuries if people didn't engage in mountain climbing, hang gliding, motorcycle racing, trampolining, big wave surfing, cave diving, heli-skiing, and a host of other dangerous activities. And like guns, knives and baseball bats are common murder weapons as well. Does it logically follow that these items and activities should be banned? The author makes a really valid point here. Other weapons are used in crimes as well, but people aren't pushing hard to get them banned. Many people die in car accidents, but speed limits aren't reduced because it would then be a waste of time for everyone, even though it would save thousands of lives. A sore subject when it comes to guns is the high rate of suicide. An article written by Abhijit Naik states that 55% of deaths from guns in 2005 were suicides. I understand the concern about guns leading to suicide, but what I don't understand is that people don't realize that if someone really wants to commit suicide, They will find a way, guns restricted or not. This is all just logic in my mind. Gun control is an idea that will never work here in America. Criminals will still find a way to get guns, and law-abiding citizens will be left unprotected against these criminals. Concealed carry is proven to deter crime, and mass ownership in the city has proven to almost completely wipe out attempted crimes. All these facts goes to show that guns are necessary for the protection of us all. Let's do everyone a favor and help stop the push for the complete restriction of guns here in the country. Thank you.